गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताया पतये नमः सीताया पतये नमः. We are in Adhyatma Ramayana. We are in Adhyatma. Where is it gone? No, the book, I reduced it. Yeah, it's here. So, we were looking at verse number 64. Just to recap, I don't know. अदृष्ट्वा पितरं मेद्य भयं दुःखं च जायते अथाह कैकेयी पुत्रं किं दुःखेन तवानघ या गतिर्धर्मशीलानाम् अश्वमेष मेधादियाजिनां ता गतिं गतावानद्य पिता ते पितृवत्सला. I am unable to see my father. I have become very upset and afraid. Then Kaikeyi, this is the story I was remembering where I am now. I know that Bharat ji has been called back from his paternal uncle's place without telling him what is the reason they are calling back. And he comes back. When he came, we saw that the city was as if without life. All the people are having long faces. There was no joy, there is no laughter, there are no flowers being decorated outside the house, there is no Vedic chanting going on, there is no music coming on. Normally the girls, boys, they will be singing and everyone is in a happy mood. But he sees everything is contrary to how he had left it. And he doesn't know why. And when he comes to the palace, the sentries are also with a downtrodden face. Then he goes in, he meets Sumantra, same thing. He goes to his mother's place. Then he realizes that the mother is not, he's told that the mother is in her place. Mother is not in the father's palace. She is in her room. He's wondering why the mother is in her room. Normally she is always with the father. Thinking in these terms, he came there, and then as a result, he said, I am adrishtva pitaram medya bhayam dukkham cha jayate. I am unable to see my father. I couldn't locate him anywhere. I have become very upset and afraid. When you see something not normal, see, I went through the day before yesterday. किसी दिन अभी बीच में एक दिन I went, played in the ocean for 1.5-3 kilometers. I walked in the ocean, इतने पानी में. It was a hot day. When I came back, I had a burn here, this thing. And when I saw, yesterday I showed it to the Dr. Raj. I said, what is this? क्या हो गया ये? मैं एकदम, how come this has suddenly come? Out of the ordinary. If suddenly you are not hungry, it is out of the ordinary. If you can't see clearly, out of the ordinary. So, whatever is the normal, when it is something other than that, it is out of ordinary. And he is not finding his father anywhere. He must have gone looking, he didn't find any. So he is feeling the worst. Because all the symptoms from the moment he entered into the kingdom of Ayodhya, he is seeing bad omens. And that's what he doesn't know. It is bad to think, has my father died? Nobody thinks that way, isn't it? But he's afraid. If what could be the reason why there is so much of sorrow in the land and in the palace? So I'm very upset and afraid. Then Kaikeyi replied, "Oh Anagha," Anagha means the sinless pure one, the pure one. What is there for you to feel sorry about? Oh, the one who loves his father so much, the end which is destined for a noble and virtuous person who performs the various sacrifices, such as horse sacrifice, etc., has been attained by your father. That is, he has gone to the heavens. This is how she tells him. That what is there for you to worry about? Because all the four brothers, Ram, Lakshman, well, actually Ram, Bharat, Lakshman and Shatrughna. Well, Lakshman is older, but I'm talking from... so, all of them loved their father very, very much. They doted on him. They were like his... if I have 4 eyes, you have 4 eyes. He had 4 eyes. So, they were his eyes. They were his... that was his support. And they loved him like anything. All the mothers, Kausalya, Sumitra and Kaikeyi, they all recognized that our sons are very dedicated and to the father. So she, oh, the one who loves his father so much. Who is she talking about? Bharat, her son. That I know you love your father very much. But but just like that. So on one hand, it is like a sarcastic statement, Yeah, oh, the one who loves his father very much. Here, you are asking this question. I'll tell you that the one. What is the end? End means the death. So that has come to your father. And who is your father? The one who's done so many Ashwamedh Yajnas, who has helped Indra, etc. Here Indra is not told. Here it is only said who had performed all good deeds in his life, sattvic deeds in his life, meritorious deeds in his life. Such a person, he has come to be not there anymore. He has he has attained the heavens. Tat shrutva nipapatorvyam bharata shoka vihvalaha hatat kva gatosi tvam tyaktva mam vrujinarnave asmarpyam asamarpyaiva ramaya rajnye mam kva gatosi bhoh iti vilapitam putram patitam muktamurdhajam उत्थाप्यामृजन नयने कैकेयी पुत्रम अब्रवीत समाश्वसिः भद्रम ते sarvam sampaditam maya. As soon as he heard this, what did he hear? That the father has gone to the heavens. Suddenly he was already suspecting something is not right, but now he has come to from the mother's mouth he has come to know that the father is no more. So immediately he was... किसका फोन बज रहा है? अच्छा. So the moment he came, immediately he lost his mind, because compared to Ramchandra ji, Bharat is a bit emotional. His dedication towards Ram is that of love, is that of devotion, is that of samarpan. See, what Ram did for the sake of his father, that prana jai par vachana na jai, Bharat would have done it for his brother, not for his father. He would have done it for his brother. Maybe father also, we don't know the situation, but we will see that. I take my words back, not for his father, because he did not take the throne. Afterwards we'll see. So that he considered Ramchandraji equivalent to his father. See? And that can only happen when you are totally surrendered, totally dedicated. You look up. They are all maybe few hours apart from each other. But in that few hours apart, he takes Ramchandraji to be the eldest one and is samarpit hai. He is surrendered to him. And he says, Bharat was overwhelmed with outrage, grief and sorrow, and he fell to the ground. He almost murchit, became unconscious. Angam galitam, wo to ho gaya alag. But here, these are the signs in the first chapter of Bhagavad Gita. When you don't know what to do, what to think, what Arjuna's sthiti was, identity crisis, when suddenly from your life, the greatest support is taken away, what will you go through? You lose the plot. Some people freak out. Some people become unconscious. Some people go into deep sorrow and grief. And it takes them some time to come out of it. Therefore, not to fall into that situation, what you should do? This can happen to us also. So what do you do?
Remember the Lord.
More. Remember the Lord. Still it can happen. Remain witness. Remain sakshi. So don't live a life of a yo-yo. Don't allow the mind thinks in yo-yo. Sometimes success, sometimes failure, sometimes joy, sometimes sorrow, sometimes health, sometimes ill health, sometimes victory, sometimes defeat. This is how the mind means all opposites. Who are you? You are the witness of the mind. If you don't go through the roller coaster of the mind, then you will not get affected like this. And that's why I mentioned before that Bharatji is a bit on the emotional side. He's very knowledgeable, but he's on the emotional side, devotional side. So he became... Did Ramchandraji go through these symptoms? He also came to know, or he will come to know. I think he came to know already, isn't it? No, not yet. So we'll see what happens to Ram at that time. So he lamented mournfully. What did he say? Oh dear father, leaving me behind in an ocean of sorrow and anguish, where have you gone? Hatat ko gatosi tvam. Oh father, where have you gone? Gatosi tvam. Tyaktva mam vrujinarnave. Leaving me behind in this pain and sorrow and grief. Alas, even without handing me over to Lord Ram for custody and care, where have you gone? Now here you see. Without handing me over to Ramchandraji. He has not seen Ram also. He has not seen Sita yet. He has not seen Lakshman. Everything is Viran. Everything is almost... The palace is dead. No life. Because if Ramchandraji is not there, how will the palace look like? Imagine. How does a body look like if life is not there in the body? Dead. Same way. So, he says, without handing me over. So here, suddenly in this line, you see the dedication and surrender and what esteem he keeps Sri Ram or Sri Ram has in his life. That you went away without handing me over to Sri Ram. These are the words that are coming out of his mouth. Kaikeyi, now Kaikeyi, what was the whole drama all about? To make Bharatji the king. Now I think Kaikeyi lifted her son, Utthapya mrujya nayane Kaikeyi putram abravit. Kaikeyi spoke to her son who was complaining and crying and lamenting, and lifted him, and who was lying on the ground with the hair spread everywhere, wiped his tears and tried to console and comfort him, saying, "Son, have courage and forbearance. Samashvasi bhadram te sarvam sampaditam maya. Bless you with welfare. I bless you with will. I have fixed everything for you." I have fixed everything means, yes, father has gone, but I have fixed everything. Everything is going to happen in your favor. Do not lament, feel remorse. So that means she has never understood her son. She has never understood her son. She has never understood the son's love for the father. She has never understood the son's love for Sri Ram. That's why why she's thinking like this and speaking like this, because Saraswati Mata is sitting on her tongue. Tamaha bharatastato mriyamana kimabravit. Tamaha Kaikeyi devi bharatam bhayavarjita. Ha Rama Rama Siteti Lakshmaneti punah punah. Vilapatneva suchiram deham tyaktva divam yayau. Tamaha bharato hemba Rama sannihito nakim. Tadanim Lakshmano vapi Sita va kutra te gataha. Bharata asked, what did the king say at the time of his death? He wants to hear the words, that some message which has been personally delivered by King Dasharath for him. That's what he wants to hear. Did dad say anything for me? Yeah? Whenever someone passes away, everyone who feels that they are close to that person who's passed away, did that person say anything about me? What were the last words? Where the money is kept? Have they made the will in my name? Where the gold is buried? In the olden times, this is how it used to be. Very few are Nachiket type, who can correct the father also. Very diplomatically. See, our whole life is only in wanting. Bharat is not there to want. What is Bharat there for? To serve. And to serve whom? Father and Sri Ram. Lakshman is serving whom? Sri Ram. Shatrughna is serving whom? Bharat. Ram is serving whom? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati Bharata abhyutthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. This is for what purpose Ramchandra ji has come. All other brothers have different, they are also part of Sri Ram only, but they have their own agenda. See? But Sri Ram's agenda is all encompassing. Bharat was equally all encompassing. See? But see, Ram's mother, Kausalya, she's Sattvic. Ram's mother is Sattvic. Lakshman and Shatrughna's mother is Sumitra. She is Tamasic or Rajasic?
Rajasic.
Why?
She's also Sattvic.
Huh?
She's also Sattvic.
And tell.
The taint of Rajas.
Why did you say Rajasic?
Or
क्योंकि सत्व के बाद रजा आता है इसलिए because both of them are warriors,
dynamic.
both are dynamic, both have given up all personal interest for the sake of Ram and Lakshman, Ram and Bharat. See? And Bharat, yes, everything is sattvic, all of them, what you say is correct, but there is a hint. And what is the hint in Kaikeyi? Tamasic. Where is her attention? On the kingdom. Even though Saraswati came, yet because of the background, because of see, we all have choice. Saraswati is sitting on our tongue also. Either we have a choice to speak good about someone or bad about someone. We have a choice to express divine desires or sattvic or tamasic or rajasic desires. We have that choice. The Kaikeyi had tamasic desires. What was the desire? I want to remain the queen. I want to be in power of Kausalya and Sumitra. I want to be the favorite one. And if even the father is not there, if my son is the king, then I will be remaining the ruler of all others. Everyone will have to be subservient to me. See? And for that to come about, what she did, it was not valorous. Rajasic people are valorous. They are courageous. She didn't act courageous or valorous. She acted out of self-interest. And therefore, so Bharat has that. So Bharat is the, Ramchandraji is the sattvic. Sattvic is waking state. In waking state, the pure consciousness in the waking state, which is undisturbed. Lakshmana and Shatrughna are the dream state, but they are conscious. Bharat is also conscious, but of the tamasic state. Some places it is explained that way. I am not saying that, it is written somewhere. If you compare it. So here he says that Bharat asked, what did the king say at the time of his death? At this, Devi Kaikeyi said fearlessly, Bhayavarjita. He is not seeing his mother remorseful. He is not seeing his mother feeling the loss of her father. This is a surprise because she was always with her father. So without remorse or regrets, she said, he kept on saying, oh Ram, oh Sita, oh Lakshman. Now she is manipulating the whole situation. Now Bharat was not there. He would have taken Bharat's name also. But what was the most important event they're taking that at that point? Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they were in front of him. They have come in the tree bark clothes, sannyasi clothes, and they are leaving for the forest for 14 years. At that time, is he going to think of Bharat and Shatrughna? He is going to think of Ram, Lakshman and Sita. And she is misconstruing the whole situation. She's saying, he only spoke, Ha Bharat, oh my, so not Bharat, Ram, oh my Ram, oh Sita, oh Lakshman. He didn't take your name, he didn't take, in other words, he didn't take your name, he didn't take Shatrughna's name. See, sometimes it knowingly or unknowingly we also tell half truth, isn't it? O Sita, O Ram, O Sita, O Lakshman, for a long time before making his exit for the heaven. So she has not told him that Ram, Sita and Lakshman have gone to the forest. She has not told him about the boons. She has not told him that she made those demands. She has not told, yet she has not told him that she made them take the sannyas and go away for 14 years. She has not said anything. All she is saying is, before he breathed his last, he was only calling out for Sri Ram, Sri Sita and Sri Lakshman. He did not take your name, or we have to understand that. And then he says, the question is, if he was calling out for Ram, Sita and Lakshman, how come they were not here? Bharat is thinking, he's a smart fellow. He says, Tamaha Bharato he amba Rama sannihito nakim. How come, oh mother, then were Sri Ram, Lakshman and Sita not with him at that time? Why, if he was crying out for Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they were not with him. Where were they? Where did they go at the time of his death? Suddenly when you hear these type of events, you will forget about your sorrow of losing the father. Suddenly now this is a bigger sorrow that Ram, Lakshman and Sita are not there with the father when his breathing is last. Something is cooking here. Ramasya yauvarajyartham pita te sambhrama krutaha tava rajya pradhanaya tadaham vignamacharam rajnya dattam hi me purvam varadena varadvayam yachitam tadidanim me tayorekena te khilam rajyam ramasya chaikena vanavaso munibratam tatah satyaparo raja rajyam dattva tavaivahi ramam sampreshyamasa manameva pita tava sitapyanugata ramam patibratyamupashrita. Kaikeyi said, Ramasya yauvarajyartham pita te sambhramakrutaha. Your father had made preparations. Still now, she will talk about the boon the last because it's coming to her. Your father had made preparations for making Sri Ram a prince. What does he say? Sambhrama kritaha tava rajya pradhanaya tadaham vignamacharam. So, at that time he had all made preparations to crown him as the crown prince. At that time she's telling, now I created an obstacle in it in order to make you the crown prince and eventually the king of Ayodhya. And she's saying it without any shame. Bharat Maharaj is intuitive. That Bharat Maharaj who could stop Hanumanji taking Sanjeevani. Here in his early life we don't see much. We only see Ram and Lakshman performing the feats. Bharat we don't see. But he is equally powerful. Equally powerful. So he is very intuitive. So he must have seen. So, and giving suddenly, why she created the obstacle? Because of her love for Bharat. So that is foregone conclusion. And Bharat must be with his eyes looking at her. Verily. Then she is giving a reason. In an earlier time, she tells the story, how she got the boons. And what is that? In an earlier time, in the 73rd verse, Rajnya dattam hi me purvam varadena varadvayam. In the earlier times, the king had given me 2 boons. Yachitam tadidanim me tayorekena te akhilam. So she says that out of these 2, by one, I asked the entire kingdom for you. Te akhilam. What is te? Te here represents the entire kingdom. Akhilam is entire. For whom? Not for myself. She is being very altruistic. For you, my dear son. And Akhilam Rajyam Ramasya Chaikena Vanavaso Munivratam Tatah Satyaparo Raja Rajyam Dattva Tavaivahi. See, shamelessly she is saying. So with the one boon, I asked for the entire kingdom for you, and with the second, I asked for Sri Ram's exile to the forest. And how to go to the forest? Go like a sannyasi, not with the kingly retinue, not with the ornaments and jewels and fine clothes and crown. No. How? Like a sannyasi, like a austere person, like a sannyasi. That is why your truthful father, she's still singing the glory of her father. That is why your truthful father, the king, has given you the kingdom and has sent Sri Ram to exile in the forest. Sita, who is loyal to her vows, she says, Ramam sampreshayamasa vanameva pitatava. So he has gone. Sita api anugata Ramam pativrata amupashrita. So Sita, who is ever a pativrat, means she is dedicated to her husband, she is serving her husband. There is no other person that comes in her mind other than her husband. That is her attitude towards her husband. Pativratya upashitaha. And she also, because she took the vows, many people want the kingdom. Acha, husband, good luck, man. Go to the forest. See you after 14 years. If in between I get a chance, I'll come with the soldiers. I'll come and visit you, and we can spend some time together. No. Why? Who will say that? Who is more attached to the royal life, the variety of food? Every day the maid servants coming and doing your hair and giving you bath and hot water, cold water, fragrances, ittar. Girls like it. Sita is still young. See? But no, Sita ji is pativrata. She is dedicated to her husband, and she could not imagine a life without her husband. Other sisters, her cousin sisters, other three. So Bharat's wife, Lakshmana's wife, and Shatrughna's wife. They are also her cousin sisters only. They did not go. I think Lakshmana's wife said, but he said, no, it will be a obstacle. I can't do my duty properly. This is your tapasya and this is my tapasya. You stay here and take care of all the three, Kausalya and Sumitra, and I'll go and take care of these two. Because Lakshmana's job is only to serve. And that's what he invokes from his mother also. See? So, who is loyal to her vows as a faithful and loyal wife, also followed him to the forest. Saubhratram darshayan ramam anuyatopi lakshmanaha vanam gateshu sarveshu rajataneva chintayan pralapan rama rameti mamara nrupasattamaha iti maturvachah shrutva vajrahata ivadrumaha papata bhumo nissanyah tam drushtva dukkhita tada Kaikeyi punarapyaha vatsa shokena kim tava. Likewise, Lakshman expressed his brotherly love by following Sri Ram. Saubhratram darshayan ramam anuyatopi lakshmanaha vanam gateshu sarveshu. All of them went for the forest. Raja taneva chintayan, and the Raja, the king, Dasharat, he kept crying, wailing, calling out for Ram, hey Ram, oh Sita, hey Lakshman, hey Ram. He was missing because Ram is his heart, his life. From the moment they had come into existence, and thinking about Ram, 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 Ram. We also should go that way, huh? If we are not abiding in our own essential nature, the next best thing is take the name of the Lord name and then let the breath leave. Your attention should not be on when the breath is leaving. Your attention should be only on Sri Ram. You know, our Raghavan, Jai Shri Amma's husband, he passed away that way. He told the doctors he had lung cancer. He says, "You give me enough medicine so that I remain conscious." They said, "But you are in so much pain." He says, "That's okay, but I want to go conscious. I don't want to die unconsciously. I want to die consciously." This is the first thing. Then dying consciously, thinking about the body, thinking about the world, thinking about the wealth, thinking about the body, thinking about your tongue, thinking about your desires, thinking about your regrets, thinking about what you have not fulfilled in life, or you die thinking about the Lord. That requires preparation. It doesn't happen just like that. It requires preparation. Constant, regular, focused, daily practice, at least in the morning and evening, where when you are not doing anything or doing something, inside you, Ram, Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. This mantra is, by default, it is going on. It will not come. It will only happen when you put some effort in the beginning to take the name. Then it will become by default. And it is not only mechanical. Only when we take the name with love, with devotion, with surrender, then it comes and takes place in our mind. Ramchandra, how has Dasharath ji remembered Ram? Has he remembered the name Ram? How?
As a son.
As a son.
Attachment again.
Attachment, correct. As attachment. But are we not attached to the name of the Lord? Only that name is going to come. The last thought, last word that comes out of your mouth is of Sri Ram. It will only come when your mind is... Surrender means what? Single pointedness means what? That instead of thinking about everything, instead of getting attached to everything, instead of giving value and importance to everything, you are giving value and importance to Sri Ram. You are getting attached to Sri Ram. You have put all your eggs in one basket called Sri Ram. That is attachment only. Your mind cannot live without attachment. You have to give it the direction. So Dasharath ji, yes, on one side we can say he was attached, but he was attached to whom? Sri Ram. Remember, when Sri Ram went with Vishwamitra to protect his yajna, before that, Sage Vashishta has already told Dasharath Maharaj that your son is Lord Narayana himself. Maybe he has remembered that. We should think positively, na? Rather than say that he is only dying in attachment of his father, his son. He must have remembered that. And yes, we also know that he was the apple of his eye. He felt Sri Ram is my heart. See? So that can happen with you also, with your children also. That's why they used to give them the Lord's names. So that at the last time, that Ajamil story is there, no? You know Ajamil's story? So at the time of death, he remembered his youngest son, and his name was Narayana. And he's seeing the Vishnu Parshadas and the Yamadutas arguing with each other. He's mine, no, he's mine. And he's watching both of them arguing. Who's going to take this soul? Then he realized the Parshadas win against, they said, okay, we will wait here. They tell the Yamaduta, you go and ask your boss that it is Lord Narayana's Parshadas who are telling and not allowing you to take away the soul. Then they went back to Yamaraj. Yamaraj said, what? My boss Parshadas? No, leave them alone. I don't have any power on that soul. If Narayana and his Parshadas are coming, we have got no jurisdiction on that soul. So they go. And then what do the Parshadas tell? They go to Narayana, okay, what do we do with this fellow? He is impure. But we are protected because you told us. But he cannot enter into Vaikuntha. He cannot enter into Vaikuntha because he is impure. He is done. Being a Brahmin, he has lived with a tribal girl and he is living only a life of lust. By some grace, he has named his youngest son as Narayana, so we are here. Now what do we do? And he's thinking, he's listening to all this conversation. Then he realizes, they come back and say, you better take control of the situation. This is what Narayana has told. You are allowed entry into Vaikuntha. We have protected you. Yes, because you took the name of Narayana 3 times. Even though you took the name calling out your son, but Narayana is Narayana. He is everywhere, everything, in everything. But you are not qualified to come to Vaikuntha. If you want to come to Vaikuntha, live a correct life. And they go away. Suddenly he comes out of his sleep or dream or whatever. It was actually death. He again comes back. Oh my God, this is what I was. Where am I stuck? Immediate Vairagya. Lives the life of a hermit, purifies himself, merges into the Lord. See? So Dasharath Maharaj, he is also taking Ram Nam. We very, in jest we say, he was attached to Ram. We are all attached to something or the other. But also, again I am repeating, he took Sri Ram as his own heart. When you take it as your own heart, without whom you cannot live, you are one with that person. See? And how did the mother tell Bharatji these words? Like a cold, calculating way. That I have got the kingdom for you, and that father who did good deeds, he passed away, and he passed away taking the name of Sri Ram because I had 2 boons. One boon I got your kingdom, and second boon I made them go to. So I have worked out perfect plan, all for you, my son. The son should be very happy for my mummy. Thank you very much. I didn't know you loved me so much, because the most dear person to Kaikeyi was Sri Ram. So Bharat says, I didn't know you loved me so much, that you did so much. Does he come back, think like this? No. Iti matur vacha shrutva vajrahata ivatruma. Having heard his mother's words, he felt as if the thunderbolt lightning has hit him. And he became unconscious. Or what does it say here? Yeah, he was shocked and confounded beyond belief that his mother could even concoct this idea that I will want the kingdom. That his mother could even imagine, who loved Ram so much, to send him away to forest for 14 years. That too in sannyasi robes. That too with Sita. Lakshman is okay. But that too with Sita ji, whom Bharat ji considered as mother. See, these are the values. आजकल क्या है, हम तो people flirt with their brother's wife or sister's husband or whatever. But the value is They considered their elder brother's wife as mother. Lakshman also throughout, remember when the Lakshman Rekha is drawn and she says, maybe you don't want to go to take care of, to see Sri Ram because maybe if he dies then you will get married to me. Because it was the impostor Sita there. But Lakshmana could not hear those words. He could not imagine because those thoughts have not gone through his mind. Before she could say another word which was maligning his character, which is so pure. Yes, he's rajasic, he's angry. But before, he has a dignity to live. He has got his self-worth. Before she could speak the next word, he ran. He put the Lakshman Rekha and went away. But those are the values. So here, Bharatji was shocked and confounded with beyond belief, and he fell down on the ground like a tree trunk struck by a bolt of lightning. He just didn't know what to say, what not to say. The mind could not imagine what his mother has just told him. These values were never present. These are not values. They are negative values were never expressed while Sri Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna were there, Sita and her sisters were there, or Dashrath Maharaj. Never. It was always a positive environment. Such manipulation was never seen before. Papata bhumau nissanya tam drishtva dukkhita tada. Seeing him fallen down on the ground like that, Kaikeyi punarapi aha vatsa shokena kim tava. She's so cold, she's so calculating, she's so heartless that she's not able to understand when I have worked out everything for my son, why my son is not happy. And she says that seeing his miserable condition, Kaikeyi reiterated once again, "O son, why do you lament? Why do you cry? Why are you fallen on the ground? What is disturbing you? I have already, remember what she said before, I have worked it out for you. I have worked out everything." Now she's repeating what she has gained for him. Rajye mahati samprapte dukhasyavasara kutaha iti bruvanti malokya mataram pradahanniva asambhashyasi pape me ghore tvam bhartrughatini pape twadgarbhajato ham papavanasmi sampratam ahamagnim pravekshyami visham va bhakshayamyaham khadgena vatacha manam hatvayami yamakshayam bhartrughatini drustetam kumbhipakam gamishyasi. Rajye mahati samprapte dukkhasya avasara kutaha. After having got a great kingdom, where is the cause of sorrow and regret? She is telling her son who is fallen on the ground, hearing her words. Iti bruhanti malokya mataram pradahanniva. And hearing the mother speak these words, iti bruhanti alokya mataram prada. He became angry. So first he was thunderstruck, and now it's like someone is adding fuel to the fire. When she asked, "Why are you crying? I got you the kingdom. I removed the obstacle from the way by way of Sri Ram and Lakshman. Both are in the forest. Now you are the whole soul. Nobody to challenge your lordship over the kingdom. There is no king also." Imagine She is not able to understand. As if when she says these words, instead of being, first he is thunderstruck, instead of lamenting further, he becomes angry with his mother. And his love for his father, the love and dedication and devotion towards his brother and Sita and Lakshman, makes him say these words, Asambhashyasi pape me ghore tvam bhartru ghatini. These are very strong words to a mother. Normally, nobody hears those words from a son to her mother, to his mother. Oh, you sinner, he is talking to his mother. Asambhashyasi pape me. You are not worth talking. I consider you are not worth talking. Why? Because you are a papi. You are a sinner. Imagine that mother who is thinking, I have done everything to make sure my son gets everything without any war, without any challenge. Suddenly her own son is telling her that you don't worth to be talked to because you are a sinner, because you got a foul mouth. Pape mein ghore tvam bhartru ghatini. Because oh, you are cruel and merciless. Ghore, pape mein ghore tvam. Ghore tvam means you are the worst of the worst sinners. Bhartru ghatini. And you are the murderer of your own husband. The son is telling his mother. That means it is okay to say that. If the mother is behaving in unrighteous manner, if our parents are behaving not in the righteous manner, are not talking in the righteous manner, are performing acts which are not righteous. Righteous means truthful. The child has every right to tell them, correct their parents. It is right. Who else will tell? See? And he says that you are the worst of the sinners. You are the killer of your own husband by asking for those 2 boons. Then what she should have done? What the mother should have done? Even though Manthara gave her forget that part that Saraswati is sitting there, but if Manthara did instigate her to ask those 2 boons, what she should have done? Not ask those boons. Not ask. But she had already programmed her mind, because she has taken care of Kaikeyi since she was a baby. And because of that, the Kaikeyi, the Queen Kaikeyi, the Ayodhya Maharani, feels indebted to that Manthara who is not straight in her thinking. इसलिए उसको कोबड़ दिखा है with a hunchback. She is not straight. She is not straight in her body, she is not straight in her thinking also. But she allows, and in the end, she is only a dai. She is not a queen. She is not her mother. She should have put her in place straight away. But instead, she allows herself to be influenced by a person who is not having a great intellect, who is not having the cultural background, who is not having the spiritual background or the cultural background or the character background. She is only a dai, she is only serving. See? And she only asked this because she wanted to be the head dasi in the kingdom. She wanted to be how can she be the head dasi? If the one whom she serves is the head queen. How can she be the head queen? Only if her son becomes the king. See the chain? And what did it lead to? This disaster. One desire. Whose desire? An unintegrated person. Rajasic people, warriors, they still have pran jai par vachan na jai. There is some character, there are values to be lived. Those who are lower people, meaning those who are servants or dais like these people, they are at the beck and call. They don't have any power of their own. So they are also, because you have been serving the queen, so you can start thinking. The uneducated first thing, that she starts thinking, what if I can become powerful in this kingdom? And all the events she unleashes by speaking to her queen, and the queen allows her to speak and get influenced by her. So, you are not fit to talk, oh you cruel and merciless one, you are the murderer of her husband, oh you sinful one, having taken birth from your womb, I too am evidently a great sinner. So he is making a point that, why did I take birth from your womb? Who has killed my father, who has killed my godlike brother, and by sending him to, not killed, but committed the crime of sending him to the forest. These four brothers were like one punch. Power, all together. There's no discord between the four brothers. No discord. They're one mind, one body. Because that one Narayana alone is expressing here as Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughna. That one. See? And he's feeling now, see the repercussions of this thought. He is not, if he says it, I don't know, but I am thinking like that. That now everyone in the palace, everyone in Ayodhya, all the Rishi Munis, all the gods will be thinking it is Bharat's mum who brought this all about. For whom did she bring it all about? For Bharat. Maybe Bharat is hands in glove with the whole plan. That's why before this could come about, he went away to Afghanistan. And now he's back to reclaim the ownership of the kingdom. Think. And that he cannot bear that pain, because he has never in his imagination also he ever thought he is going to be the king. Or anyone can think that while Sri Ram is there, he can be considered for a king. He did not even think about it. And therefore, having taken birth from your womb, I too am evidently a great sinner. So, yes, you are a sinner, but you have done it all for my sake. I am also a sinner, because, if you go to Afghanistan, problem is there today also. If one family has killed the other family somewhere, generations they keep taking revenge from each other. He's from there only. Kaikeyi is from Kandahar. He is also her son, Bharat. He is also thinking, if you have committed, I have committed, I cannot. And it's a good emotion that I am a sinner and I cannot do anything to you because you are my mother. As a mother, I have said this, which is already too much I have spoken, but someone has to pay for it. And I am a sinner, therefore I will pay for it. And how does he pay? What does he say? He says, Aham agnim pravekshami. I will enter the fire and commit suicide because I cannot live with this sin anymore. Aham agnim pravekshami visham va bhakshayamyaham. Or I'll take poison. He's giving options. Khadgena vath chatmanam. Or I'll kill myself by the khadag, the sword. Or hatvayami yamakshayam, and or commit suicide by stabbing myself with dagger or sword and go to hell. Or the harmer of your husband, bhartrughatini dushtam tvam dushte tvam kumbhi pakam gamishyasi. May you go to the Kumbhi Pak is one of the worst hells. Kumbhi Pak matlab, Kumbh means what? A pot. Pak means what?
Fry.
Rasam. Pak is
Cook.
sticky something. Oily, sticky. Pak is that viscous liquid in that. Kumbhi Pak is that boiling liquid in a kumbh, and you are in that and you don't die. That is the worst of the hells. You too shall fall in the Kumbhi Pak, in the most horrible hell, for your outrageous and most contemptible and reprehensible deed. So he is not only, because of his love for his father and Sri Ram and Sita, he curses his mother in the other sense. Only Ramchandraji can take her out of it. That may you go. It's not that you will go physically. People are living on this planet and living in hell, isn't it? People who are poor, people who are not having limbs and nobody to help. People in war zone, look at them. Our problem was what in about 10, 15 years ago? When Victorian government told us to take only 4-minute showers. Only 4 minutes. 4-minute shower, we were complaining. Remember? This is our tragedy. We are crying for 4-minute shower. We waste the water. We waste electricity. We waste food. We waste our energy. We waste our energy how? Not more by unwanted thinking. Just imagination galore. And reaching nowhere. And don't even know what thoughts are coming. Suddenly you feel exhausted. Oh my God, I don't know where I was. Make your mind focused. Especially at your young age, you girls. At this time, if you make your mind focused and harness all your energies, vitalities, if you do it till 25, 30, you have got your life made. Your health will be good, your thoughts will be good, your unwanted diseases will not come and take over your body. Why? Because you have maintained the vitality within. And you too there. Our problem is we keep leaking the vitalities. We keep leaking our energy. Day in and day out. No parent teaches the children that. This strength of not running away from the situation, which Bharat ji is exemplifying here. Instead of, oh, thank you, Mom, I really love you because you got me the kingdom. without any efforts. Wow, you are really smart, you know. I didn't know you were that smart. Dad was getting old anyway, it's okay. Kingdom is more important. Full control over the kingdom is more important. Now I am the undisputed master of this kingdom. That is more important. And what a game you have played. Fantastic. You are my lovely mom. It requires courage to go against a person whom you love so much. It requires courage. And that courage comes when we have lived a correct life. That courage comes when we have lived a life full of vitality. That courage comes when we have lived a life of values and discipline. That courage comes when we live a life dedicated to the divine, dedicated to the higher. Then that power comes to even correct those who are near and dear. If that time mummy, Kaikeyi, is that how you speak to your mum? No, I'm sorry. Many mums say that, no, to their son if they correct them. Is that how you speak to your Matru Devo Bhava? Well, that time they remember. Matru Devo Bhava. What about living correctly in life? That they never mention. We must have the courage to stand up to what is wrong is wrong. We must stand up. Continuing. Iti nirbhartse Kaikeyin Kausalya bhavanam yayau sapitam Bharatam društva mukta kantharurodaha padayo patitastasya Bharatopi tadarudata alingya Bharatam sadhvi Ramamata yashasvini Krushati deenavadana sashru netredam abravit. So, strongly scolding and taking to task Kaikeyi in this manner, reprimanding his own mother in this manner, putting her in his place in this manner, showing her his discontent with the actions that she has taken in this manner. All this goes in hand, because there is no one word which can express all the emotions that he is feeling. Iti bibhartse Kaikeyin Kausalya bhavanam yayo. He went away to the quarters of Kausalya Mata. Who is Kausalya Mata? Rama Mata. She is mother of Sri Ram. Remember, Kaikeyi Mata, Mother Kaikeyi, she is the mother of Bharat, but she loved Sri Ram more. She was always keeping Ram with her. And Kausalya, who is the mother of Sri Ram, she was always spending lot of time with Bharat. And Bharat also loved her more, lot. So the next port of call, place of where he could shed his tears, really, because what would Kausalya Mata be going through, having heard that Bharat, her favorite one, wants to be the king? Kaikeyi Mata has, what all must be going in her mind? On top of that, her own son has been sent away to the forest for 14 years. He goes to her quarters. Sapitam Bharatam društva mukta kantharurodaha. As soon as Kausalya Mata saw Bharat, without saying any words, feeling the loss of Ram, but also affinity towards Bharat, she started openly crying. Till now she has controlled herself. In front of whom to cry? There's no one to cry. कोई अपना तो होना चाहिए ना रोने के लिए. The kingdom has to go on. See, the values were different at that time. The kingdom has to be, now there is nobody there to run the kingdom. Bharat is not there. The eldest is Kausalya and Sumantra. Sumantra is the Prime Minister. So she was holding on, holding on, holding on. We have seen her cry before, but now, Ruru, Mukta Kantha, she started wailing the moment she saw Bharat Maharaj. And she began to weep. Padayo patitastasya bharatopi tadarudat. And Bharatji straight away went and fell at her feet and started crying, and his tears are washing her feet. Alingya Bharatam Sadhvi Rama Mata Yashasvini. Embracing him, Sri Ram's glorious mother, who had become very weak and was in a pitiable condition, filled her eyes with tears and said, Krushati Dina Vadana Sashru Netre Tamapravit. With tears in her eyes, Sa Ashru Netre Abravit. She spoke. What did she say? Putratvai gate duram evam sarvam abhudidam uktam matra shrutam sarvam tvaya te matru cheshtitam putra sabharyo vanameva tah salakshmano me raghuramachandraha chirambaro buddha jata kalapaha santyajyamam dukkha samudhramagnam. Oh son, all these misfortunes that have happened here after you had gone away, you surely must have heard all about the misdemeanors and misdeeds of your mother from her own mouth. She is not blaming Bharat because
She was not there. He was not there. She knows.
see, people can imagine anything. She could also imagine, just like Kaikeyi is imagined that this is the time to get the two boons. One for my son to become the king, and the other to remove the Ramchandraji out of the way by sending him to forest. Kausalya could have also imagined some other way, that maybe Bharat has made this plan along with his mother. He is fully hands in glove with his mother. She could have thought. But she has spent time. Kaikeyi spent time with Ramchandraji. Kausalya spent time with Bharatji. Now you can see the difference. What is Kausalya saying? You must have come to know everything from the mouth of your mother. Maybe the news has come to her. Maybe, we are just thinking loudly here. Maybe Kausalya Mata herself is so pure that she does not doubt that Bharat can do something like this. See? Kaikeyi Mata, why she was becoming close to Sri Ram all the time? Think. If you have to think crookedly, why she is becoming close to Sri Ram from the moment he is born?
It's king's favorite.
Huh?
It's king's favorite.
No, because such people only are about their interest, not king. If it was king's favorite, she would not have allowed the king to die.
Because he is the eldest and he is the rightful heir to the
Because he is the eldest, and if she is the favorite mother of Sri Ram, she'll continue to be the most favorite mother when he becomes the king also. See, the crooked thinking goes all the way. But Kausalya has got no such thoughts in her mind. See? She sees the genuineness of Bharatji. And because he was always in her chambers, he was always for everything, it was Kausalya mother. For Kausalya ji was more a mother for him than his own mother Kaikeyi.
Another thing is, Swamiji, the pure heart always thinks the pure things like.
Correct. But remember, Bharatji, who is such a pure heart, he is also born from Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi is also a good person, but with some flair for power and control and whatever. Maybe weak in that area and getting influenced easily. My son putra sa bharyo vanameva yatah sa lakshmano me raghuramachandraha. My son Sri Ram, the most exalted in Raghu's clan, along with his wife Sita and brother Lakshman, attired himself in clothes made from bark of trees, chirambaro baddha jatakalapaha. With all these clothes and the jatas and everything, matted his hair, jatakalapaha, has gone to the forest, leaving me submerged in an ocean of grief and sorrows. Which mother would like her son to live? They want, till the last breath, they want the son to be older. Even after he is married, they want the son to be with you. Love is one thing. Attachment is different. Maturity is, once the child is grown up, hand him over to his wife. See? But here, who is the son? Sri Ram. How can you forget? How such a perfect son is a rare happening. Nobody who has come in touch with Sri Ram has been able to separate themselves from him. It is only because of Saraswati Mata that kubja matlab pata hai kya hai? The crookedness. Crookedness is when sattva, rajas, tamas are not aligned. They are not aligned. When sattva, rajas, tamas is aligned, in other words, your kundalini is aligned. In other words, your thought, word and deed is aligned. In other words, your gross body, subtle body, causal body, they are in one tune, empty of any agenda. Then the divine can flow. That is purity. But where this, when you start thinking that you are this changing, there and then you fall prey to the crookedness. What is crookedness? Desire. Crookedness is desire. And that desire, so what is her desire? To remain in power, to remain the main queen. For that she is doing all these things, isn't it? Whereas Kausalya, she is very happy. She was happy for the king that he has found a young girl, a young queen, because she herself is old. And then when the payasam comes, she also gets it, she feels blessed. Then Sri Ram, because no expectations. She was a Narayan Bhakta. She was the Narayan Bhakta. What was Dasharath? He was the controller of these 10 senses. 5 and 5 organs of action. He was master of them. And Kausalya was the devotee. They are nothing but Manu and Shatrupa from before. So, where are we? Leaving me submerged in an ocean of grief and sorrow, she is crying along with Bharat is also crying for her loss, and she is also crying because seeing Bharat, what he must have gone through because of her mother's deeds. Ha Rama ha me Raghuvansha Natha Jatosi me tvam parata paratma Tathapi dukkham na jahati mam vai Vidhir baliyaniti me manisha. She cried, "Oh Ram, my Raghuvansha Mani." Raghuvansha is the clan. Raghuvansha is the lineage of Raghu. They belong to the Raghu. That's from Raghu, Ramchandra is called as Raghava. So Raghuvansha Mani. Mani means the jewel. You are the jewel of this lineage of Raghuvansh. Who? Sri Ram. You, who is the personification of the supreme cosmic soul called Paramatma himself. she also knows that. Why? Because all the symptoms are there. All the symptoms are there. See, in those days, Rishi Muni, these matas, the king, they continuously used to keep going to the various ashrams, not only take care of the kingdom, but keep going again and again, give dakshina, help the ashram to expand, because from their donations the ashram used to work, speak to the rishis, get their blessings. In that blessing, they will tell them about some secrets of the universe, etc. These things used to go on because that time it was not Chat GPT or Google. It was Rishi Munis who were telling everything. And Valmiki ji has told, not Valmiki ji, sage Vashishta has told them, sage Vishwamitra has told them, maybe other rishis have also told them. And she considers that such a perfect son that she has in Sri Ram, it could not be anyone other than the Supreme Narayana himself, because she herself is a devotee of that Paramatma. So a person who is so devoted like Kaikeyi, therefore that Paramatma is born as Sri Ram. No, such a perfect one can be born only through a perfect one. So she is so surrendered to Paramatma that everywhere she sees, she has that vision. But within that, everything and everyone, this is a special incarnation of that Paramatma as her son. Soul called Paramatma himself have taken birth from my womb. So she feels that Paramatma herself has taken birth through her womb as Sri Ram. This feeling should be there for every mother who is giving birth to a child or has given birth to a child. That does not mean you only spoil that child. See, if we are thinking positive, then we will have the sense to correct them also. We'll have the sense to direct their minds in the right direction also, isn't it? But if we are only out of infatuation, oh my child, my baby, my puttu, my kutu, my Krishna, then nothing. Then it doesn't work. But here, Yashoda also came to know Krishna is Paramatma. When he gave her the cosmic darshan in his, when he opened his, oh, look. And when she looked, he said, "Arey yaar, galti ho gayi." Why? Now my mother, she will start falling at my feet and I will miss out on all the love that Mother Yashoda used to shower on me. Immediately he wipes her memory. Gone. You see, here Ramchandraji has not done anything like that. Mother knows and she continues to know. There Yashoda came to know, but it was taken away because there Krishna Bhagwan is wanting the love, affection from the mother Yashoda, so that he can continue being I can't say spoiled kid, but he can continue to play his pranks. And his pranks are divine pranks. They are not pranks for the sake of pranks. It is for killing Rakshasas, or it is always a lesson. In every prank there is a lesson. But still, even though, she's saying, even though I know that it is the Paramatma who has taken birth in the form of Sri Ram, still sorrow and miseries have not stopped dogging me. This has led me to think that destiny is more powerful. See, for a moment, in the times of sorrow, in the times of pain, we give destiny more power than the Lord. Isn't it? When you give destiny more power, what do? You go to a Jyotish and calculate what is the correct time to get married. And after 6 months, divorce. Why? Because you don't have the faith that your connection with the divine is making everything happen. He is making it happen. If you do everything else, if you do havan, if you do puja, if you come to satsang, if you come to whatever you do in life, if you see that as an expression of the divine in your life, without any doubt, and this realization is also because he has made you hooked to him, not because you have hooked to him, because he has made you hooked to him. If this disposition is there, then do everything, but you will not feel bad if you don't do it. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't do puja, if you don't do havan, if you don't do light a lamp in the morning, for some reason, no regrets. We must try to do what is right, but if for some reason it is not there, न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारा, अब कहाँ पे लाइट लगाओगे? Because the light of all lights is in my heart. If my attention is on that light, then I don't need any support of outside light. I don't need to, what I see, I believe. If I see the light, oh, now it is beautiful. I don't need that. Why? I am ever available to the light that is shining within. Having said that, it should not become an excuse not to light the lamp. But if someday it is not there, if someday I am not able to do the Gayatri in the morning, if someday I am not able to chant the Om in the morning, you live a disciplined life. If I am not able to do, I don't beat myself down. I don't live a life of guilt. Then guilt becomes more powerful than the name of the Lord. If at all you have to feel guilt, now I'm going to punish myself by taking twice the name of the Lord. Then it is good. Otherwise you will say, now I will punish myself to light the lamp again and again and again and again 10 times every day. That is not possible. Yesterday I saw the movie called Sam Monick Show. So in that, one major is punishing one soldier. If a major is going, the soldier has to salute that major. So Monick Shah is passing by. He says, "Hey, what's going on?" "Yes, sir." Major also and the soldier also. "Sir." "Now what happened?" "Sir, the soldier, junior rank must always salute to the senior rank." "Yes, sir," the soldier is saying. Monick Shah, "Yes." "So he did not do it. So I am giving, yes, in military punishment is very important. One must have to pay for their deeds. If you have mistake has taken place, they must pay for the mistakes. You know your son has gone through the training in the ADF. So I asked him to salute me 1,000 times so that he never makes that mistake again." Monick Shah says, "Very good, son, very good." He goes 2 steps, comes back. He says, "What is the rule? Is the rule not saying that if a junior is saluting the senior must reciprocate?" So now he does 1,000, you also give it back. लगे रहो। मेरे को बड़ा मजा आया। अपने एनसीसी के दिन याद आ गए मेरे को। Because all we got was punishment. That toughens you up. So she starts complaining. She's suddenly, for these untoward events which have taken place in her life, because in a matter of few days, the son has gone away, her favorite daughter-in-law has gone away, Lakshman has gone away or been sent away, the husband has died. Everything that she loved and felt close, nobody is there. Bharat was also not there. She was holding on, holding on, holding on. Here the dam broke, and now she doubts. Even though she knows that Paramatma, that infinite reality alone has expressed as Sri Ram, taken birth through her womb. But even that Ram could not stop her from grieving what she's because of these events that have taken place. She says, maybe destiny is stronger than the Paramatma. This thought comes when your attention is on the body. This thought comes when your attention is on your miseries. This attention comes, attention goes to the destiny when you become frustrated by the events that are going on in your life and you have lost control over the events. Can you control events in your life? I'm asking.
No.
Then what's the way out?
Just be Sakshi.
Sakshi. Remain Sakshi. Remain Sakshi. Her being Sakshi here was her Lord Narayana. Dasharath's being Sakshi was not being influenced by the 10 senses, 10 organs of action, 5 organs of action and 5 organs of knowledge. Not being affected, not being influenced, not being enslaved. And the mind, Kausalya Mata, she represents the mind. Her mind is dedicated to the Paramatma. She is also not influenced. But sometimes some events take place in our life where our poise gets disturbed, isn't it? Many times it happens. Some urges from within or some events happening outside, some accidents taking place, some near dear, like in this case, some near, not one dear husband has passed away and the son and the daughter-in-law, they have been taken away. Double trouble. In Australian lang, double whammy. So for the mind, as much as it may be dedicated to the Lord, suddenly it just gets shaken up a bit. Just a teeny weeny bit. She will come back to her normal composure after this. But at that moment she feels vulnerable because she felt in front of Bharat I can open up. Because in front of Sumitra, why didn't she open up? Because Sumitra is younger. If she opens up, she will also fall. So she was being a pillar of strength for Sumitra. She was being a pillar of strength for all others in the, not only the palace, but also the kingdom. She's the elder queen. But now she feels this is the right place where I can open up. Sa evam, this is the last 2 verses we'll do. Sa evam bharato vikshya vilapantim bhrusham shucha padau gruhitva grahedam shrunu matar vacho mama Kaikeyi krutam karma rama rajabhishechanai anyadva yadi janami sa maya nodita. Bharat saw her grieving remorsefully. He caught hold of her feet and said,
Alert from Google password required.
He caught hold of her feet and said, "Oh mother, listen to me. Whatever Kaikeyi had done at the time of Sri Ram's anointment or whatever else she has done or said, if I know about it all, if I had been aware of it, or if I had my tacit support or consent of any kind." Now he is giving justification. He doesn't need to. Kausalya Mata knows. Intuitively she knows. But sometimes we live in the belief that other people will understand. Sometimes they understand exactly the opposite. A big problem after that. So better say it out and clear it. Isn't it? So he says, she's saying, if this we read, so we might as well complete this thought. पापं मे अस्तु तदा मातः ब्रह्महत्या शतोद्भवं हत्वा वसिष्ठं खड्गेन अरुन्धत्या समन्वितं भूयात् तत्पापमखिलं मम जानामि यद्यहम् इत्येवं शपथं कृत्वा रुरोध भरतस्तदा. Then, O mother, let me be cursed by sins equivalent to 100 murders of Brahmins. He is invoking a curse upon himself. If I had done what I said before, that I was hands in gloves with my mother, that I concocted the plan with my mother, that I knew what my mother was going to do in advance, let me be, here he says what? Let me be cursed by sins equivalent to 100 Brahma Hatyas, means 100 killings of Brahmanas. What sin? One Brahmatya is already too much. He's saying equivalent to 100, may I be cursed if I had done it. He is showing to Kausalya his innocence, his non-collaboration. That he did not know anything about what Kaikeyi his mother has concocted. And therefore, when that truth is behind him, Bharat is a Satyavan. He's Satya Sankalpa. Like Sri Ram. Both Sri Ram and Bharat were of the blue hue. Both are very Ramchandra ji is Satvik, Bharat ji is Satvik with a little bit of what you call tamas in there. That's what they say. Again, I say that. So he says, let me be cursed by sins equivalent to 100 murders of Brahmin, or the son which is begot by killing Guru Vasishtha and his wife Arundhati by a sword should be cast upon me. If I have committed such a mistake as given in the previous two verses, if I had any knowledge of what was going to take place, or if I had any inkling that, or if I'm guilty of wanting to be a king also, let either the death, the curse of killing 100 Brahmins, or the killing of their guru, sage Vasishtha and Arundhati. Immediately, even sage Vasishtha doesn't have to say, he invokes, he says, let the sword come from here, cut my head right now. Because sage Vasishtha is a Brahma Rishi. Making such an oath, Bharat burst out weeping uncontrollably, because he is in pain not only for himself now, but also for Mother Kausalya. Hey, not Kaikeyi, Kausalya. Kaikeyi, he doesn't understand why she did what she did. He's already cursed her. But the pain of Kausalya, he is very close to Kausalya, not to Kaikeyi. So one side is the guilt of people thinking he is conniving with his mother. So now he puts it out, blurts it out in the previous two verses that I had no play in the plan, no part in the plan. And okay, you can say I had no part, but then he self-inflicts that if I had any part knowingly or unknowingly in that plan, then let me be cursed with the death of the 100 Brahmins, or let the sword of sage Vasishtha come and kill me right now. It's as equivalent, this sin which if I have committed, it is equivalent to killing my guru and his wife. But nothing happens. Neither the sword comes. But what is happening here is Bharat is acquitting himself. Is it the word acquitting? Huh? Acquitting. So he's freeing himself from the sin which, and he is speaking to Mother Kausalya, but Sumitra will be there, others will be there, Dasis will be there. The word, the word spreads very fast. So what happened after that? Kausalya tamathalingya putra janami mashucha. After hearing these words of Bharatji, Kausalya immediately embraced him, and Kausalya did not need, I told you, she has the intuitive eye. She did not need a confirmation or listen to these words of Bharat trying to free himself of the sin. She knew. She says that I know you are not guilty. Don't you worry at all. And what happens? The next part of the story next week. Next week, if I'm able to do it, I'll do it from Newcastle. If I can't, because if the Hanuman Chalisa is not concluded by 6 o'clock, then I can't help it. But you can log in and see. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Let's sit quietly for a moment.